Limz.
I'm not Limz.
Ready? You're there, yeah?
Yeah, I'm there.
I do apologize for my...
Bless, it's a bless, yeah?
Bless is here.
Can you not see me? My hair look alright, yeah? Because I know, like, Shaheen, your thing's looking mad.
What, can you see my hair?
Oh, it looks mad. It looks mad. It's like you're getting married but divorced at the same time.
Can you see my hair? Bro,
How that one work?
I thought my camera was off.
No, how that one
we could
work?
see your hair. We could only see your butt.
Married and divorced at the same time.
I could see my hair.
Go for it. Right there, your team looks separate. I'm not even going to
Listen,
have
I
that.
thought my camera was on all this time. Yeah. I'm sitting here chilling.
No. We could
I
only
would have
see your
backed
hair.
it. Oh, listen, Shaheen,
I can sing you lot, you know.
That moment there, I was like, nah.
Yeah, but that's the conversation we were talking about. Listen, when you see the real chick here with her hair up and that last week.
Now, man, that's Instagram, bro. You're
happy.
selling man a dream. You're selling man a dream. That's Instagram, bro. This is
I'm
best.
like an angry
This is
beaver right
best.
now. I'm not even going to deny it. I'm going to own it. Yeah, listen, it is what it is.
I can see you.
I'm all trying to fix my hair and that.
Who are you looking to impress on this radio show? What's going on? Tell me.
All of you lot.
Alright, listen, Ada.
I'm just-
Alright, listen. Let's start the thing, man. Real talk. Let's start the
All
thing.
right, guys. So
Oh, what? Bless is early today.
No, it's not that, man. You can't
Right.
start a show. People are listening, and you're starting a show on a look. Is this a serious topic, you know?
Yeah, but we were just, come on.
I know. But let's get
Smashing
into the
up
thing,
and
man.
down.
You're already done
Thing.
late, man, and you don't want to make love on the Skype. You understand? Come.
Nah, I hear you. But guys, thank you so much for coming on this live tonight. It's your girl Shaheen on Unitify. Alongside Bless Radio, we've got Limz in the building, we've got Bless in the building, we've got Sarah in the building, and we've got Unitify in the building. So guys, we're going to carry on the subject that we started last week. If you guys do have any questions, please do not hesitate to give us a call on 079 444 31366. That's
What's that?
079 444 31366.
What's that noise in the
Subjects are
background?
gonna be-
Yeah, listen. Somebody's got the TV on in the background. Whoever's got their television on or noise on in the background, can you turn it down, please? Because it's coming over kind of unprofessional. You know what I mean? Right.
We hear you. But how's everybody doing? Everybody in the house, what's going on? What's good?
Yo.
How's your day been, people? How's your day been?
Good.
Yeah, what you lads been up to? Bless and Raggedy. How's your day been?
Well, I've been in the studio playing music and hosting on my own, as usual,
Oh,
from folklore. Get that? Warming it up for you.
that's why your name is Blessed, because you're blessed all the time, man. All the time.
No, that was Raggedy talking.
That was Raggedy, though.
That is Raggedy.
They call me Rush Dragon, they call me Bless.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
My humble apologies, man. My humble apologies. But you know what, Raggedy, blessed to you anyway. Sarah,
Yeah.
how's your day been today?
Hi guys, yeah, it's been good. It's been a long one today, but you know what? We're here now. Looking forward to starting the debate, and let's get the ball rolling.
Unitify. Unify.
Yes, I just wanted to ask, are we live on YouTube? Because I've got a caller that wants to come in, but he wants to know, like, he wants to hear the...
Right, you can hear it on the website. You can also see it on the website in a minute. Right, Unify. I just need to give you. How's your microphone? Say something. I can hear you. You sounded a bit loud a minute ago. Unify.
Bless.
How you doing?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on, say that again, Bless.
Yeah, it should sound better now.
I'm not so bad, thank you, my darling. How are you?
Yeah, you need to slow down a little bit. You sound like an MC, you know. Yeah.
Absolutely fine. How are you?
Yeah, that's good. Everything's cool. All right, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I hear her on Tuesday. I was there.
Were you there, Dragon D, on Tuesday?
Yeah. Not in the
Good,
studio.
wasn't it?
I was on the outside.
Okay, the outside's all right.
What did we miss on Tuesday? What's going on? Come on, talk to us.
Part B's coming on. We brought a lawyer, a solicitor in, and she spoke about all the different kinds of regulations that have come into place and different kind of laws and everything, like, you know, the parental, marriage, immigration, everything. But next week is going to be...
what, immigration? Oh, my days.
Yeah, next week is going to be human rights and insurance policies. And the main big thing we discussed was about wills. Wills was a very important one. And we could touch base on that next week. So you need to tune in then. So let's leave it to Shine today. Let's stay with your debate.
But do you know what, the debate, I wanted to carry on, but the thing is, something hit me tonight, so I just want to switch it up a little bit. So obviously we're talking about we're not your slaves, we're your wives or your partners or companions or whatever you want to call it. But I wanted to touch base on girls on social media. Now, social media does not have to be just, TikTok, for example, or Instagram. It could be radio shows like what me, myself, Unitify, and now Cyrus jumped on and do. So I wanted to ask the man them out there, what are your thoughts about your girl putting herself out there on social media?
Who wants to start? Because I can start.
I'm not asking you to annihilate nothing, Limbs. I'm asking you to be honest about what you think.
Yeah, but I will start it. I'll be honest with you.
Social media.
I'll be honest with you. With me, 100%. I need to look at the camera for this one because I know you lot can see me, innit? But what with my girl being on social media? Do you know what it is? Because I'm in the industry, yeah, and I've been in the industry for a long time and whatnot. I had a partner previous that was from a Muslim background and everything, and she didn't want to be out on social media. Do you see what I'm saying? Not to be obviously the quiet one. But I've kind of the girl that I'm with, or who I was with, whatever, it's just like, the girl I'm with now kind of thing. It's just like,
are you with her or you're not with her? You're not. What do you mean? I was with her, but I'm not with her.
You lot put me in a predicament right now. This is what I'm saying. I shouldn't have started this, you know.
This right now, she's not with you anymore. Yeah?
Listen, the missus. Right, listen. No. Listen, the missus. Like right now, she won't prefer to be the girl that will be on social media, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I may say it like that, but it's just like, I don't mind, like, in terms of the whole situation, I don't mind my girl, like, being on socials, as long as she's doing what she wants and she's not just, like, doing the most. Like, she's not on Pornhub and that. Let's be honest, like, come on. Then that's separate. Like, but obviously, if she's just doing something to promote her business or promoting herself, I don't mind it. Simple as that.
Now, funny you said the Pornhub and that, yeah, because I really want to touch base. Have you guys never heard of something called revenge porn?
Nah, man.
Okay, so what's happened now, yeah? Like, I've been speaking to a couple of people, especially with what I do. I've got a lot of girls reaching out to me. And I've had girls that have been with very spiteful guys. And what they've done is they've secretly or maybe recorded their private moments and have decided to put them on Pornhub. Now, that's not her fault. She's not put herself out there. He's done it out of spite. He's done it out of revenge.
Oh, yeah, I heard about it.
And he's put certain things out there, which without obviously jeopardize her reputation. Now, is that fair?
Nah, ban them, man, there's still.
Yeah, but her reputation is...
But then Shaheen,
yeah.
If he first of all, you said without her consent, I don't think any woman in her right mind would say, please, darling, put my private parts on media, because I want the world to see that. So I don't think she won't give it up. Yeah, he's doing it out of despite and anger and hatred, and this is when girls stand up like yourself, when we stand up, say things, they don't like it.
100%.
And I've heard about this as well, but I really don't think it was as real as you're speaking about it today.
It's very real. I've literally had girls like crying on the phone to me recently.
Well, you see, this is where I get angry with the girls. I talk to a lot of young girls here, and obviously girls from my generation as well. But even women, do you have to send this guy snaps and pictures of yourself? If the guy's so damn desperate,
but that's the...
Yeah, but we're going through Corona, innit? So some people are thinking, I can't see you in person, so I have to, like, you get me?
Like that guy? You mean like that guy?
I'm not that guy.
No,
I'm not that guy. I'm just saying, innit?
No, Blair.
I'll tell you this, yeah, and you know what? Let's just be real and upfront, right? The older generation.
Jokes aside, go on.
Jokes aside, the real generation may not agree with it, but this is the current generation we're living, where this is normal, where we, not we, but people do send stuff to each other out of privacy, out of, like, do you know, in some ways, Limbs is actually quite correct in what he said. Corona happened. You're not seeing your man. You're not seeing your partner. So you're doing it out of, out of love, out of respect, out of between you and this person. And you send certain things on social media where this person has now saved it. And it could be girls as well, because girls are doing it too. But not as much as guys are, right? And
okay, let me just say something here. First of all, I'm going to correct you on one thing. When you said our generation, let me just tell you, there's a lot of older and younger generations in this time with the media. Number one, they're all doing it. They're all doing it. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Secondly, I know we laughed it off, right? But there's a guy that flew all the way from. I think Bless can talk about that later. A guy went all the way from, I think, from London and went to see his girlfriend. He got fined and unfortunately he got sent back. I don't know what happened. Like I said, he couldn't touch base on that.
Oh my God, that's actually mad.
Yeah, and so what I'm going to say, Shaheen, to this, right? You're saying out of love. Listen, if you guys claim your generation, we are in this sort of social media generation where, it just happens. Let me just tell you something now. Your generation are more clever than our generation that was 10, 15 years ago. And you're much glued on than us. So there's really no reason, no excuse for you girls and boys to understand where the intimacy should stop. You're more glued on than we are.
I'm with you, because
and still girls do it and boys do it. I'm not saying about boys. I'm defending the sisters here. Please, girls, don't do it, man. Because I've seen girls who fall in love with a man. You're all hunky dory. Forget the sex bit. We're all hunky dory, Shaheen. And guess what? 5 years, 2 years down the line, they're having a divorce, and all the assets have to be decided, and then do a prenup. That's just a little example of giving the love. We have
in England, we don't do prenup though.
No, but it's coming to. By the way, if you listen to the show on Tuesday, it's actually being introduced now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yes, whether
there you go.
Whether
I'm putting my hoodie on for that, boy. Oh my God. No. Don't talk about prenup.
No, but Shaheen's got a point here. The sensitivity of what Shaheen is saying is this. Listen, men, you don't like someone and you decide to hate her, but a guy that does that, I think he's of the dirtiest and the filth of a male version.
Now this is where I'm going to be the devil's advocate here, Unisfy. The reason why I was more like you and I was on your side. I was like, why would you send it with that stupid stuff?
Yeah.
Blah, blah. But when I go into depth with certain girls, and they told me the manipulation that was used to send, the blackmail that was used, bruv, like, I'm going to leave you, I'm not going to be with you, if you really love me, you should trust me, and this and that. The blackmail, the emotional blackmail, and girls are emotional creatures, you understand? And I'm not trying to defend the girls, I'm just saying it's very easy, even if you're clued on as a woman, it's very easy to be manipulated, because we all just want to be loved. Right? So you are not blackmailed to send these pictures, and you do, and this person now takes advantage of the situation. And regardless, sextortion is a big thing that's happening at the moment. I don't know if you guys know what sextortion is. Yeah, so basically what's happening is online trolls are using you as to blackmail you to use your pictures and put them out there.
Yeah, I know.
Is that stuff really happening? Because you know what? I've seen a few messages and stuff, and I didn't send no messages, and then I'm seeing replies and all these rare people just like adding me and stuff, and I'm thinking, yo, who the hell is that? But so this stuff is actually existing.
But I think it's a different picture when it comes to the girls, like Shaheen's saying. With them, it's a different picture, isn't it? They want more intimacy with the girls, and like she said, they blackmail them. And younger girls are falling into this trap a lot, which is very scary. And that's why parents are always on there watching them and trying to see what they're doing. And that's even difficult for parents with teenage girls, because
I feel like we're living in very dangerous times.
It is very dangerous. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was speaking to a big TikToker. His name is Slickman Rolf. I don't know if you guys have ever come across his blogs or his TikToks or his Instagram. Now, even someone like him who has not performed any sexual acts online, he's had girls anonymously add him, blackmailing him, going, if you don't send me this amount of money, we will leak your pictures, because we've hacked into your phone and we're going to leak them online, and we're going to let people know what you're really all about. I want to put it out there that sextortion is a massive thing that's happening at the moment. If you are a victim of it, please, with girls, what they do is they want pictures of you. So what they'll do is pretend that they've got pictures of you, even if they don't, and then they will blackmail you to send those pictures. With guys, they use money. So they blackmail you and say, look, I've already got your pictures, or I've got a video of you doing this and that, and I will take money off you, and I want you to send money, otherwise I'm going to send it to your wife, we're going to send it to your girlfriend, we're going to send it to your family members, we're going to put it out there online and let people know that this is what you do. Now, whatever we do, we all have demons in our personal life. I'm not going to sit there and deny it that we're not, I'll be a hypocrite to say that we don't have demons. We all got skeletons in our closets, and that's between us and our God. Yeah, no one should judge, but there are some nasty, nasty demons that are living amongst us, which are human beings that would use that against you. Am I making sense here?
100%.
100%.
Go on, Sarah. What's your input on this?
Well, I mean, I'm just following on this conversation, and it makes complete. I mean, it's like it's a scary reality, and I think it's scary that we are having to really and truly face it like that as well, because now I think it's time to just educate as many of the young girls and the young boys and the young children and the younger generation to say, listen. Yeah, because obviously this was never a subject. I mean, back in our times, and I remember back in my times, this was never a debate. This was never a topic because it wasn't out there. It wasn't happening like that. However, now, because of the social media and the recent times and how aware we are becoming, especially online, I think, being blackmailed and being, being put in a predicament where you're having to make decisions, I think it's very important to start educating, to start making people aware, like, this is real and it's happening, and it's not just a screen. It's these people, you're interacting with real life people, and people have bad intentions, and there are bad people out there, and I think we should take this forward.
The bad people come in the disguises of sheeps, you get me? So you get wolves out there that are hunting their predators, and they will manipulate you in such a way to make you understand and make you trust them, for them to exploit you.
100%. And I think this is where, back in the days at school, it used to be like, oh, be aware of strangers. You're out in the playground playing, and you'll have the teacher saying, if somebody is out here, watching you, whatever, you have to, come, you have to inform a certain.
Don't open the door to Jehovah's Witnesses, or don't open the door to the police, or don't open the door.
And now it's scary how times have changed, because now it's all online.
Okay. All right, ladies. Okay, ladies. Let me put a question to you now. From woman to a woman, okay, we know what's going on, and it's much worse than what we're talking about. Let's be honest here, it's really bad out there.
Yeah.
So how would you go about putting awareness out there or helping girls to understand the dangers of social media, and especially when it comes to doing what you just mentioned,
all our lives we've been taught, right? When a stranger says to you, here's candy, come to me, you don't take candy off a stranger.
100.
Now physically there's no candy available, but what's been available right now is broken homes, and it's easy to entice a person that's either damaged or going through some stuff to manipulate and to show them love. Now love is now being used, or trust is now being used as the candy. When you offer a kid a candy and the kid
that's fine.
Come,
Yeah, most of the kids do go, even though they've asked not to do, not to go to a stranger, but they still go. We know that. But now, how are you going to educate your girls from your generation? What would you say to them?
The only thing we can keep educating, keep pounding the doors until they get it, that not everybody out there is out there for your best interest at heart at all. Ladies, what I want you to understand with what we're talking about today, this is a serious subject. So many girls have been abandoned by families because they've trusted the wrong person. Not just girls, guys as well. Their marriages have been ruined because people are out there trying to gain your trust. They're giving you that candy. Like, look, come to me, I've got that candy. Like, I will give you the support, I will give you the love. What they're doing is exploiting you. They're exploiting you to either give money if you're a guy, to either send pictures of yourselves, more pictures, even if they didn't have pictures of you. They are now saying, look, I've got it, so if you want me to not put you out there, I want those pictures. But what they'll do is they'll put those pictures out there anyway, if they've got them.
100%.
Yeah,
I mean, I think personally, Personally, I think it just comes down to the fact. I mean, listen, guys, I think personally, what is the need? I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just my way of thinking. However, I feel like, you know what, if somebody likes it, if you say you're in a romantic relationship or in a marriage, or, you know, you trust this person or you know this person, what is the need for you to even take inappropriate videos or pictures or things? I mean,
that is what my that was my comment in the beginning. Why would you do that?
Why would you do it?
No,
That's my question.
Shaheen said there's a trust thing here. We love each other. We will either get sucked into love and we'll say, oh, I love him anyway. He won't do that. But people do switch.
But then, guys, listen. I mean, you can be in anything, whether that's a marriage or a relationship or whatever. But I think it just comes down to the basis of morality. You know, knowing
exactly.
You know how much. Because
you know what, I'm going to be the devil's advocate, because literally when these couple of girls, we're not talking about one girl, we're talking about, you know, a handful of girls that have approached me with the similar situation, and I was with you girls at this point. I was like, no, but why did you do that? Why did you?
Yeah.
But then if you want to understand a victim situation, you have to put yourself in a victim's shoe. Which I said, okay, cool, I'm willing to do. And I put myself in their shoes and I heard what they were saying to me. And they were saying that we live in it. This is what I'm saying about the generation. Don't forget, Unitify and Sarah and Limbs, I come from your generation. So I'm very old school in that sense. And we don't believe in stuff like this. So we're like, no, listen, we're not, unless you put a ring on it, we ain't giving you shit. Right?
But then that doesn't mean, I think that's more to do with our culture and religion. Let's be honest here.
Exactly. But when I put myself in the shoes, we live in a generation where sex is a symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah? What's happening now, we live in a generation where guys are physically outright saying, look, I'm not riding the car, taking the car out unless I go for a test drive.
And I've got a few men that say that.
That one's there. That's a different definition still. The way you dropped it was like I'm using that for my shows.
No, but it's true though. It's true.
But it's so true though. It's so true. No, don't knock you. You're so true. Carry on.
Yeah, right now we live in a generation where back in the day I was used to watching my grandpa and my grandma write letters to each other, and that was love, you know. But right now that's not it. Now sex comes first, and then everything else.
So okay. So Shaheen, who are we giving the blame game to here right now? That's what I'm trying to get at. Are we blaming the guy for asking the question, or we're blaming the girl for giving the
guys? I think surely when you're exposed.
To be honest with you, you can't be blaming no one, man. To be honest with you, for me, you're blaming. You have to blame the generation. You have to blame everything. You have to blame everything in life, man. The life that we're living.
Guys, I disagree. I would like to disagree. I think personally, when you're doing such an act, whatever act it is, whatever demand there is, however you've been, groomed or you've been told and, whatnot, I think when the second you hit that send button, you should, you probably know there is a risk to it. With anything you do, you know.
Yes. That's right, Azra.
The minute you
wait, what send button? What send button you talking about?
Listen.
You know the way Shaheen just said, especially when it comes to ladies and young girls and women, that when they're asked to send certain intimate themselves. What I'm saying is, the second you hit the button, we lose control.
I agree.
We all come with a certain intelligence, guys. Everybody has the sense of intelligence. It's a very straightforward thing. When you're doing that act, especially, it depends what background you're from as well, because obviously with the Asian culture, with the Asian people, it's like if something like that happens or you get exposed like that, it does a big massive damage, but not just to you, but the whole family, the whole generation. So that's a different thing. When a woman is coming from a perspective where, say, she's got, she's in a background where she knows she can do a big damage. First off, I would like to think, many girls probably wouldn't do it. However, if they do go down that route, I am sure they know that this can have consequences, and I think that's when naivety comes in. Do it.
Sarah, we understand that because we're grown. We're women of mothers. Like we understand that. But believe you me, like I said, I put myself in the girls were crying. You have no idea. I've heard cries. I've never had screams as loud as I've been hearing recently. And these girls do not think of the consequences, because all they want to do is please this guy. All they want is this guy's affection. All they want is this guy's attention. So they, at this present
Okay, ladies. We're going in circles here. Now, what we need to do, I'm going to bring the men in here now, okay? Because I think we need to have a vision and a view from the guys here.
About time.
Now, Sorry?
I said about time.
Yes. Bless, I want you to give an input, because we're actually saying women here are innocent and we get treated and we get misled and we get, out of love and emotion, we do the things because we're craving for love. In most cases, that is the case. Most cases, it's not the case. And like I said before, we're on the radio show. Please, to the viewers out there, these are our personal opinions. We are targeting no one. Okay?
Can you guys say what going to my viewers that are on my Facebook Live and all that?
Hello, everybody from
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for
Come
tuning in.
on.
All right.
Right. Okay, Bless. I'm going to put this to you, and I think you need to actually defend the men now here.
No, I'm going
give a
to. No,
perspective.
I'm listening to what you're going to say. Yeah. I've heard what you all said, but I'm just going to keep it real, because I know I don't mean to offend the girls that it actually happened to and it was genuine. Yeah. Then obviously I can say, yeah, the man hide the camera. She never know what go on. Yeah. But that them ones there, yeah. I feel sorry for them. But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's them ones there. But then you have another set of girl them who know what they're doing. Yeah.
100%.
You have another set of girl them
Absolutely.
that don't like the sex. The sex by themselves is not enough. They want a bit of evidence so they can look back on it, and they're starting to get on that kind of level there. Yeah. It's not very often a guy and a girl make a film or some kind of sex film and she don't know. Sometimes they do it. Sometimes they do it just for themselves, as a little trophy for themselves to look back on, right?
And take pictures of themselves.
Yeah. Take whatever the case may be, and then what happened now? They break up.
Makes them feel good, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they do it, but it's like say, you know what I mean? They need evidence of what they just done. You know what I mean? So
Somehow.
yeah. So what it is now her and the guy break up, and he's got this video. What do you think he's gonna do with it?
Yeah,
So-
but what's the need? Why? Why do it though?
Because
Yeah,
Because-
let him finish.
yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, love hurts, and when you lose someone in a relationship, somebody's gonna get hurt. You understand? It's either she's gonna get hurt or he's gonna get hurt. Now, the point what I'm trying to say is some of these,
Bless.
yeah,
No, go on. Please
some of these
answer
girls
the
could have been
question as well
cheating
while
on their
you- While
man.
you're making your point.
Yeah, but some of them could have been cheating on their man. I hear what your story's saying, and woe is me and all these girls and all that. Yes, as I said, but some of them could have been cheating on their man, and then they
No,
get catch. The
Bless,
man,
I
you know.
agree with you.
Okay, let's hypothetically say we're not cheating, right? Come on.
Bless, there are some girls that are doing it for attention. There are some girls who get paid for it, and they get paid good
Yeah.
money. And I've spoken to girls on that aspects of things. So you are spot on. Some girls are purposely doing it because they get money for it, and they don't have no dignity. They don't have no morals. So I get where you're coming from, because you know what? I've had girls speak to me, and I've gone, "You've just put yourself out there. What are you doing?" And they've gone, "Well, he's just made me famous," because of the whole Kim Kardashian situation. You know how she got big,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we know they are.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, no, we're not.
But look,
talking about
Bless.
that. That's a very small percentage of girls who have no self-respect. They don't really care. They want to make it big. It doesn't matter how they do it. We're talking about girls
Cool.
who don't deserve what's going on right now.
All right.
Right, Bless.
Yeah.
When you said right now, Bless, that there are some girls that are cheating on their man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put those girls to one part. Okay, put them
Yeah.
aside for a bit.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about why a man's mentality falls so low once he's with her and he decides to leave her. Why does he not just say, "Let it be. That was between her and me. I'm not going to expose." And I know you're going to say to me, "Love hurts." I do understand that bit as well. But she's not out there dragging him the same way that he drags her.
You don't know. We don't know.
We do know. Well, that's what we're talking
We don't-
today.
we
She's
don't even-
spoken to more girls than men. Which men are crying?
What? Listen, the man them ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah, because that's just gonna ruin their manhood if they go, "Oh, she filmed me," and this and that. You don't hear much of it the other way around. Where Boy, man, them
but
is
then why,
balling.
if he's so
Man is
so much careful about his manhood, so what about the womanhood?
woman don't have a hood.
Come on, you know what I'm saying, Wagwan.
I'm done at it. No.
The
Bless
man
your.
thing.
Bless your. Oh my days, I shouldn't even have said that. But you're separate.
All right, let's leave that part there a little bit. Yeah, we can get back to that. But that's the point, is that I know that there's girls out there that know what they're doing. Well, we're not going to talk about that. Look, those girls we're talking about now are just the ones that got caught up in the crossfire, fell in love, and then the guy done a film behind their back.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm trying to say, because basically what's happened is I feel like a lot of these mandem, they are very damaged, and they're used to girls who put themselves out there, right? They're used to girls who don't care, and they expect this sort of behavior from girls who don't want to do that. And then they manipulate and force these girls to send these pictures, to send these videos, to have conversations with them. And then once they get what they want, they now start exploiting the bad girls, and they start, the good girls, and start putting them out there, and they don't deserve that.
Well, the girls them need schooling. They need to start. You need to school them and make them educate them and say, if you're in a relationship, you can send a picture with your clothes
we
on.
will educate the girls. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But what I don't understand is, was it?
Can I ask you a question, please?
Make her finish her question first. Go on.
What's the
No, not you, Limbs.
What's your definition of a good girl?
Listen, there is no such thing as a good person or a bad person. We have intuition, right? We know morals. We know what's right and what's wrong. But what I'm trying to say is, those girls who don't really want to do certain things but are manipulated to do so, they do it and then are now being blackmailed. They're being exploited. Is that fair?
But how are they manipulated into doing it?
All right, so one girl told me this situation, right?
Yeah.
So I spoke, I'm going to call it Exhibit X, right?
Yeah.
X was telling me this. She said, the guy said to me, I really liked the guy. I was getting to know him and I thought he was the one. And then a couple of months down the line, he asked me, he goes, if you really love me, then you will send me this. She said, no, I don't want to. The guy said, look, that means you don't love me, you don't trust me, otherwise I'm going to leave you. Now, in the spare of the moment where she did not want to lose the guy, she sent those pictures. And lo and behold, guess who's on Pornhub? And she didn't hurt him. She didn't even hurt him.
Well, you know what? So what you're saying is she sent more or less like a topless picture of herself.
Exactly.
Now, that just shows that she's no disrespect, you know, but you're an idiot for do that. Yeah, that's you're violating yourself right there.
That's you just put yourself out there.
I can't blame the guy here.
I don't blame the guy. I don't blame the guy.
I usually don't take the man side, but today I'm gonna have to make a comment here. You people, especially the generation that says we are the social media generation, we are the 21st generation, because millennials, we know everything. Is this what you know?
100%.
It doesn't make sense to me. The guy said to you, do this, and she knows she's getting manipulated and forced into doing something.
No, I was going to say though, she did not know. She did not know.
Okay,
come on. Listen, from you taking off your clothes and taking a picture, you know that it's wrong.
Exactly.
Simple.
And one more thing, Shaheen. She knew. I'm not blaming. Listen, I don't know what's going through her. She could be mentally upset. I don't know. Okay, fine. I understand all the things, but she knows this guy is manipulating. But I'll tell you why. If he's first of all, how do you know what their relationship's like together? Are they very deeply in love?
To be honest with you, I cannot answer that. But all I know is they were speaking for a while.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna ask you again. You're thinking you can't answer that, but you also understood what she was coming from. So there must be some intuition in your mind, and analyzing her, saying, okay, was she or him truly in love with each other, or was it just like a formal love?
Was made to believe that he was in love with her.
So she decided to send her toplet pictures of herself to prove that.
Marry her. She was made to believe that they were going to have a future.
So you have to take off your clothes and take a picture to prove your love.
And one more thing, any man or any woman. I get
where you guys are coming from, but this is why you don't understand, from a female perspective, the manipulation that was used to do that. When a person in a weak situation, right, they do not think with their right mind. They just want to please a person. And I can say that full-heartedly because I was in love with somebody for 8 years, and I would, to keep him, At that time, I was young and naive.
So would you have done that? Would you have done that? Would you have done that?
No, I personally don't agree with it. I don't agree with it morally, because that's the generation we were raised in, a completely different generation. We're now in a situation where parents don't talk to each other, their kids. They don't understand their kids. So the kids will go just like drugs. They will go to anything that will feed them love and affection.
Well, guys, I think personally, it's not a generation thing. To be honest, I think
I
that's
agree with that.
down to standards and morals.
Yeah.
Wanting to see somebody is a recipe for disaster, because what you're doing is giving that person control over yourself. That means this guy could have asked her for her bank details, he could have asked her for her assets, he could have asked her for her savings, he could have asked her for anything, and she would have just handed it over. And that is a recipe of stupidity, because at the end of the day, you know.
100%, but again,
Because Saraya, in this day and age, yeah, even though we teach our kids and our generation, please stay away from A, B, C, D, and don't do A, B, C, D behaviors. Keep away from strangers.
Yo, Limbs, turn your mic off, man.
Can you mute? Limbs, can you mute, please?
Limbs.
You got
Limbs.
Can you mute?
Alright, cool. I'll shout you after. I'm on radio
This
now.
is why, you know. Hey, Limbs. Limbs.
Limbs, put yourself on mute,
Hey,
please.
can you don't lock him off the thing, man? Limbs.
Sorry, my guy.
Yo,
Sorry,
don't do
man.
that again,
Sorry,
bro.
people.
No, on a real.
Come on.
No,
But
don't.
that was someone that was actually famous trying to phone in.
Famous. Hey, Limbs, you think this is a
Come
joke
on,
thing,
man.
brother? No, on a real.
Big up the thing, man. Big up the
Hey,
thing.
please,
He was
let's
actually
lock him off,
rating.
man.
He
Lock
was
him off,
like,
on the
sorry,
show.
I got my
Hey,
hood
listen.
I look like a hood rat.
No,
But no, he
okay.
was like,
Nah, man.
No,
This Limbs, I'm not
Limbs,
playing.
Limbs,
he was trying to he was just trying to get hold of me to see, like, he's
Limbs,
like, yo, what's going on? Like,
Limbs,
do you
you're
want me
just
to phone
changing the
in? I was
vibe.
like, yeah, man.
Limbs, you're changing the vibration
what I
of the
mean?
show.
Pardon?
You're changing the vibes of the show. We're having a conversation. At least could have the respect to mute your mic.
No, not my mic, man. Sorry, it was my phone that rang.
Mute the mic.
Okay, it's all right.
Oh,
Let's
child.
go back to Unify. You were saying something.
I was saying
Yeah,
this,
sorry
like,
about that.
Considering the generation that we're living in, that we keep saying, there's a lot of information out there, and a lot of girls, I know a lot of girls still unfortunately get trafficked and get blackmailed with the situation that you're talking about. But considering what Sarah just said, and I'm going to actually agree with her, because we have certain morals, irrelevant of you breaking away from your family. Now, if you're going to talk about our culture, which is the Islamic and the Muslim culture that we have, we are taught from day one about these kind of morals and these kind of behaviors, in a subtle manner, not like aggressively, yeah? And that's why most of the girls are not out there doing it, but still our girls get trapped into it.
They
Don't
do.
they?
That's exactly my point. My point is not to disagree with Sarah or yourself, Unify. My point is that we do, not just we, but women are still being manipulated and trafficked, and this is the point that you're missing. Regardless of whether we've been taught morals or not, sometimes certain things are happening at home that we don't know how to express or explain, and then
But I'm gonna say one thing, right? We can't blame, and this is where I know I never say this, right? I never stick up for Mandem in that way. I'm always for my sisters, but this is where we can't blame the guy, whether we like it or not, because he will do anything to get to be with a woman. And I have seen men. This is the honest truth, ladies. My friend flown all the way from abroad, came to London, traveled all the way to Glasgow just to be with this girl for a few days. So when I saw that behavior,
that's love, though.
It wasn't love. I'm not talking about love, Lives. Okay, it was not love. It's what I'm saying. What men will do and go to the extremes to go with a woman if they have to.
Yeah.
all right. So fair enough. Now I completely understand and get where you're coming from. But again, I'm going to go back, and regardless of whether you've been taught well or not, or more, like
I'm not saying that, babes. I'm not saying that.
Now, in our generation, people did stuff behind closed doors. Yeah,
No,
social media wasn't out there. Now social media is out there, and people are putting out that this is like this girl never physically got physical with this guy. Yeah, never got physical with
More the reason why she shouldn't set the stuff, man.
Who's to say that you can allow next man's in your yard and do it?
So can you tell me something, yeah? So do you feel, yeah, as women, all the women, sorry to cut you, darling, but as women, like, on the show, yeah, do you guys feel like social media's had a major play in this whole, the way women's attributes are and how they're moving towards nowadays and how they're acting and stuff?
this is where my point is. My point is right now. Beauty,
I want to bring it back to the main point, innit? Because that's what you were stressing before.
like this is what I'm trying to say to you, that sexuality on social media is so big that regardless of your morals, this is what's been presented out there, and this is why it's a lot of people are putting their morals aside, because sexuality is so open and out there on social media. And that's why a lot of the girls are doing it on social media, because they think it's normal.
So as a Muslim, yeah, do you think you're gonna have niqahs like in the future? It's gonna be online?
It already is online. There's your
No
answer,
way!
you boy.
Don't play me! Don't lie! Don't you dare tell me it's what? What?
Limbs,
They're doing niqahs online now.
you should know this. They're all doing it on Zoom.
Wallahi, I didn't even know this.
Well, there you go. You can get a girl now.
Hey, bro, astaghfirullah. I'm looking at that one. For those that don't know what astaghfirullah means, that's like God, like I don't even know.
God
Yeah,
forbid.
man. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, online, bro. I don't even want to say the word, but come on.
All right, can
I think Shaheen and Sarah, we've all got valid points here from 3 different women here.
Hey, Bless,
And-
what would you think, Bless? Bless,
No,
ask Bless
no,
what
the
you
girls
think.
are talking. Let her finish, man. You're not listening. Use your ears. That's when they finish.
I'm
man.
listening to the whole thing. I'm
What you
just trying
saying?
to bring you in.
Go
Like,
on.
you should have just jumped in there.
What are you saying, girl? What was you saying again?
I said 3 ladies here with 3 different views, and 3 of us are actually agreeing and disagreeing with what's going on. Obviously, with a lot of other factors are involved, and I do believe the fact that what Shaheen said, and Saria, that it's like a drug, isn't it? Sometimes people go on to take drugs and fall down and get into depression, and that kind of thing also brings in people, and there are vultures out there who will go out and target young girls or girls that are vulnerable. Absolutely, and I understand what young Shaheen's saying, and I understand what Sarah's saying as well, and myself as well. But still, the point comes back to the question is, are we blaming the men for this? That is what I'm trying to get at. We really can't solely blame the men for this.
It's the culture, man. It's the social everything culture. You can't be
Nah,
blaming men. We're
man.
not the ones that created all this
It's
stuff.
not that, man. It's got nothing to do with that, man. It's
I don't blame the men at all, and I don't blame in this situation. I actually am, like I said, I'm playing the devil's advocate here, because I don't blame the men and I don't blame the women. I blame the generation we live in. There's so much sexuality out there, and it's so out there in the open. Like, women openly expose themselves on social media, and men expect that standard now. There are no women that are covered up. There are no women that speak the truth. Like, women like myself get banished because I'm out there. Like, my mouth is a trigger, and I defend myself because I'm like an epiphany of my grandmother. My grandmother would not let half the shit slide that's sliding right now, because she's doing. She'd be like, "What you saying? Why is your hair like this? But cover up, go inside, blah blah blah."
But Shaheen, you're not. But you're not. I've seen you. You're not vulgar. You're very modest.
She's far from it, innit?
You're doing what an average so-called girl from this generation, if you want to say it, will do, and from past generation will do. You're not out there putting your assets on display. Here, take my pictures. You're not doing that, darling. I've seen you. We're talking about girls who are in private, sending their personal pictures of their personal self to men who yet are not in a relationship strong enough to say, yeah, I can trust this guy, and I'm happy to show and give pictures of myself. I know husbands and wives who were abroad, and the husband asked for his wife for some personal pictures of herself, and he wanted to see her. She even said to him no. She said no. She goes no. And this is a husband and wife we're talking about here.
100%. But believe you me, there are so many girls out there that do it, unfortunately, and forget the fact that they're your boyfriend and girlfriend. That's a haram relationship anyway. Whatever, it happens.
Stuff for a lot of them.
Yeah, but what the hell, Limbs, man?
Nah, because obviously you're the one that dropped it, like, so haram. I had to drop it. Still.
All right, Limbs, I'm going to ask you a question here.
Go on. Perfect.
Say you're in love with your partner, yeah?
Yeah.
And you said to her, please send me some pictures of yourself.
Yeah.
Would you actually make that demand?
What? Would I ask her, you mean?
Yes.
To send me some pictures?
What else am I asking? Yeah, don't smile. I can see your
Let's
face.
switch it up. Let's switch the question up a little bit. Right? Limbs, if you were a guy who was married to a woman, yeah? You were a guy who was married to a woman, you and her in a married relationship, yeah, she's your wife, mother of 5 kids or whatever, you're at war at the moment. You're a soldier, you're at war. And you miss your wife, and you don't want to mess around, you don't want to go sleep with nobody, you miss your wife, and you said to your wife, would you ask your wife, send me pictures of you? Yes or no?
If I'm on the war front, then I'll be like, babe, man, send me everything. You, your kids, all sorts.
Right,
Get
there
me?
we go. Now we're going
But yeah, but that's different. No. Don't. Not there we go. Not there we go. That's different because I'm on the war front. I'm like, I can't see her and everything. But if I'm here, if I'm in London, she's in London. I don't need your pictures.
Hey,
Limbs.
Limbs. She means pictures with no clothes on.
Yeah, I know, but this is what.
And you would want her to send that.
I'm trying to make it clean. So let me finish. I'm trying to make it clean, bless. So I'm trying to making it clean. Making it clean is when I'm in a war field in Iraq here and stuff. Yeah.
Bless.
On the with my
Limbs, listen.
Yeah,
I'm asking you
that's
straight.
cool.
Would you ask her to send you pictures of her breast?
What? Yeah, if I'm in a war front and all that, babe, man, send me whatever you want to send me.
Limbs,
Would that make you happy?
That's wrong. Limbs, you could be looking at the picture with the top. Limbs.
Listen,
Limbs,
if I'm on
that's
the
wrong.
war front, yeah,
Nah.
and it's my wife,
No.
you lot said wife, right?
I don't care.
You said wife, right?
wife, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my wife can send me whatever she wants to send me if I'm like army duty, like, and I'm out like doing work, yeah. Now if I'm here and I'm in England, in London, and you're like, I'm in North and you're in South, like that's no need, like, what
Limbs,
you get
there's
what
no
I'm saying?
need for it at
Second
all.
question,
Win it.
Limbs.
Nah.
Second
I'll
question.
see you in it, and when I see you, then I can see whatever
Okay,
I want
fine.
to see.
Second question is, Limbs, now you've broken off with her. She hates you. You hate her. You don't want to see each other. You're disgusted by each other. The kids don't love you no more. You think you're a nasty father. What are you going to do with those pictures?
Don't send me nothing. I'll delete everything. Everything deleted.
He's not gonna. He's lying. He's lying.
Apart from the pictures of my kids, I don't want to keep none of your other pictures.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
You and yourself.
Listen, Dragadi, I'm gonna ask you this question.
Yeah.
Simple.
Exactly what we asked Limbs. Can you answer that for me?
Would I? Let the other person
Yeah.
ask first.
Huh?
Who you asking the question to?
You and Raggedy. So you can go first, and then Raggedy.
Raggedy.
Can answer.
Raggedy says no. Right? Raggedy says, I will speak on behalf of Raggedy. He says no. Yeah? He wants his girl wrap up and nobody don't see nothing apart from him. Right?
Love that. Much respect.
Right. Me no. Yeah?
Dragon D saying that because he wants all the girls to come to the studio.
Nah, man, the girls are on the
Yeah.
line now.
What is that? The first question or the second one though? Because you asked me two.
No,
Yeah,
Limbs.
2 questions to each guy.
But we're
Limbs.
asking them the same question.
Right. The question goes to me. Right. Number one, yeah?
First one.
Right. Number one, if I'm in the middle of some battlefield or whatever, and I would not ask my missus to send me a picture of her naked, yeah? Because I could be watching that picture and then the bomb goes off. You understand? Because I'm not paying attention to what I go on. I look on the picture. I don't want...
Yeah, but they didn't say you asking. They didn't say you asking. They said if she gave you the picture, bro.
No, Limbs, you will get blown up out there looking at them pictures. Yeah?
Yeah, but the bomb goes off, yeah, your phone goes with the bomb. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. You still...
No,
See, this one is going with the bomb right now. You see what I'm saying?
Limbs, that's why I say no. Because you see, you're sitting there gazing at those pictures. Oh, she looks wonderful. Boom. You get blown up, Bridget, because you're supposed to run across the bridge and do something else.
And then somebody else is looking at it.
Yeah.
No, okay, on a serious note, Bless, you wouldn't do it
Be
with
at
me.
the
Yeah,
war front, yeah. Bless
Don't-
them. Let's
Don't chat rubbish. I know every man out here in this world will accept them pictures.
I
I
wouldn't.
agree with them.
I
I
agree
would.
that.
Nah.
You know what?
Every man will accept them pictures. Don't act
No.
like you're some some superhero. I'm Superman.
You
I'm
can
like,
say what you wanna say, Bridget.
I'm some Batman. I'll switch from Superman to Batman. like, you know, like some next man, some next other man. No, you're gonna accept them pictures.
No, I wouldn't.
You know,
I wouldn't. I would not.
You're not gonna be Limbs. 1 second, guys. 1 second, right? You're not going to be sitting on the war zone and asking those pictures. Come on, these pictures are gonna be in the
Listen,
middle
you ain't even gonna have a phone, man.
You're gonna
Okay,
have,
let's say, okay, forget the war zone.
what's the
Let's
problem?
just talk in general then.
Let me see.
You're gonna receive them in a mail that's gonna come, and you're gonna see the pictures. All you're gonna do is write to your woman. It's like you're in prison. You're gonna write to your woman. She's gonna send you the pictures. You're gonna see it. You'll be like, oh snap, yeah, all right then, cool, babe. And then, all right, cool. Then you're gonna write back. Simple as that.
Limbs,
You
you're
understand?
predicting now. You get a phone. They're gonna send it by a phone. Right, it's a modern day thing. They're gonna post you a letter in the middle of a battlefield. Who's gonna deliver that letter to you on the battlefield?
And get killed.
My back
Joker,
foot.
brother.
And get killed, you
My
know.
back foot. My
You're gonna
back
get it
foot.
on your
When
phone.
you're on the like field, yeah, you're gonna be going from place to place. You ain't got time to have like, you understand? So they're
Limbs.
gonna be sending you phone.
Okay,
they're
Limbs.
All right, forget
Limbs.
that. Forget
Hold
that,
on.
Limbs, because I don't know what post office you're gonna go to get that letter. Yeah.
Okay,
So that don't make no sense to me. Yeah.
okay, bless.
You got me there, you know. You
Yeah,
got
I mean,
me there. You got me.
The man's in the middle of Iraq saying, "Hey,
Wait,
hey,
guys,
Raga,
let's go
Raga."
back to what I'm trying to say here, yeah? Nobody.
Why you getting the man going against each other?
Good.
Limbs, I'm talking. Listen, nobody nowadays. Everyone's got a phone, whether you're at war zone or not. The only
Thank
thing
you.
that you won't have is Wi-Fi.
Nah, true,
Yeah,
though. It's
everyone's got a phone, and I'm talking about your missus sending you stuff in the middle of the night. No one's gonna be sending you nothing when you're out there trying to
No,
fight.
100. You know what? I'm gonna accept it, man. I'm gonna accept that.
I wouldn't
I want to
accept
know
it.
why Bless. No, but Bless said.
No.
Bless said he will not ask for it. Number one, so
No.
his thinking of way and approaching is different. Okay, and
wouldn't.
also he has to answer the second question. Dragon D and Bless. Now you've broken up. Obviously, Bless.
No,
got
but
the
Olin, I
pictures.
haven't answered the first one because Limbs was just in and out, in and out.
Yeah, Limbs, let Bless
Whatever,
talk.
man.
Let
All I
Bless
said
talk.
is I wanna accept it.
Limbs,
I'm
you already
sorry, not
answered the
accept it.
question.
I won't ask
Limbs,
for it,
Limbs,
but I'll
yeah.
accept it. If she's delivering
Limbs,
it,
you
then
already
yeah,
answered
man,
the question, bro. Limbs, it's not your question, Limbs. It's my question.
Yeah, but you're playing.
Yeah,
you're,
go ahead, Bless.
Right.
You're trying to divert
You
it.
ahead,
sure.
No, Bless, you're playing me. You know,
Limbs,
Bless, I'm
Limbs.
not liking it, fam. You're trying to divert it. You're trying to divert it.
Please let me. Sure.
There's a-
All right, listen. This is how it goes. I would not accept the letter, the picture, right? And the reason why, number one, yeah, I have respect for the woman, right? Definitely, and I don't want her. I don't see why I should make her lower herself to show her boobs and everything to me in a picture, so that I have to lust after her. I can't see her. I'm in the middle of the battlefield. I might go and get somebody else. Because she ain't gonna know. Because it's gonna be a lustful boy. Look at her. Look at her. I don't want to. I have respect for her. I
So
would
you're
not want her to
basically saying
send.
that you cheat then.
No, I wouldn't want her to send me pictures of her topless.
You're missing the point. What Bless is trying to say is that he's in the middle of the war zone. He's trying to.
I know. I'm getting what you're saying. I'm trying to just play with Bless, innit?
Yeah, but if she sends a picture of him, he's gonna be lustful. He's gonna want more, and that's gonna aim him to go and cheat. That's what he's trying to say. Is that correct, then?
Not just the. It's not the picture's gonna. Not just the picture, but just the thinking of her being there naked, and then you're gonna want to be with her. That's gonna bring you down a little bit because you can't get.
It's gonna take you off.
Right.
It's gonna take you off the main, like what you're on, innit?
No, but I respect. Remember, this is about respect and honor. And when you respect and honor somebody, I'd rather see her dress up in a nice suit or nice clothes that will make me feel better and joyful. You understand? And another thing again, Limbs, if you ever lose.
No, I agree with you. See, this is what I'm trying to get at. You see, Bless. If the girls are with certain men.
Can I interrupt a little bit? Are you just saying that because there's more ladies on here, or do you actually mean what
I'm-
you're saying?
hey,
Are you
listen.
No, Bless is Bless.
real,
It's because
brethren.
he's got his missus there, innit?
No, listen to me. I'm a real brethren.
No.
I'm real. If I want a picture of my missus topless, I say, yeah, I want a picture of your topless. But I got that respect that I wouldn't want that from her because I would be protecting her. Because if I lose that picture or the man them next to me get into my phone and start sharing it, I've ruined her life.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You understand?
Now you
I
see,
agree with what you're saying.
So I'm looking at the bigger picture.
Like you, Bless.
Huh?
Do you know how many? This is where I'm actually Team Limbs. Do you know why? Because he's being genuinely honest.
You
And
what?
he's just saying it is what it is. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is a generation we live in. Because people like you remind me of my grandfather, the man that I look up to. He was my hero, and that's the way he protected my grandmother. That's the way he protected his daughters, which is my mom and myself. When I got the opportunity for as long as I could live in his life. But we live in a generation where man them don't think like that.
Listen,
I don't need no picture of my
let me
girl
tell you
naked.
something,
That's tell you
if I
that
may say
straight.
so myself, yeah.
I
If
don't
I'm
need
in
that.
the battlefield, you lot said to me, if I'm in a battlefield, yeah, this is my answer to the question. If I'm in a battlefield, like say I'm in Iraq or something, bro, yeah.
Yeah, you got to go to the post office and get your letter.
Yo, listen. I'm in the battlefield, and right now I'm hearing bombs firing from all over the place, yeah. And my woman sends me a picture of herself, yeah.
Naked.
I'm not gonna like sit back and say and not accept. Am I an idiot?
In the middle
Like,
of a
I don't even know
battlefield.
when
Are
I'm
you
gonna see her
joking?
again. So any picture she sends me, yeah, any picture, watch it. Any picture she sends me, I'm gonna be grateful and accept. Simple. Sorry.
But
Well,
Limbs,
I think the point you're missing here, guys, right? You need to understand where Bless is coming from. Listen to what he said. He goes, I have a lot of respect for my woman and a woman in general. Listen. Now, this is the key point, a key point that us girls need to be aware of. If a man is genuinely loves you and cares for you and respects you for yourself and your body, he would not put you in that position.
100%. Totally
So
agree.
girls need to learn this, right? Instead of doing a blame game. Look, honest to God, my heart goes out to those young girls that have done that, or older women that have done that, and they get manipulated. It's a horrible game because I've seen girls go suicidal on this kind of situations. But Bless is making it very clear. He goes, no, even to my wife, I wouldn't do that.
And
No.
That's the criteria.
This is what I want to add to what I'm trying to get at to all the younger generation. It's all about standards and moral. Know what type of men you are talking to.
Exactly.
Are you talking to boys or are you talking to men?
That's
Because
true.
men that love you, that got you, they will not.
They don't need none of that.
They don't
You
need
need
none of
that. You need that.
Exactly.
Limbs need that.
Exactly.
Limbs need that in the
So-
battlefield.
No, I don't need that battle.
All right, Limbs,
Don't
make her ask
play
you-
me that.
Guys,
Now,
come
you see
on
that,
now.
now,
I wanna ask
Me on
Limbs
that
something.
schedule. I'm just
Limbs,
trying to say, if I was on the
No,
battle,
No,
I understand,
Limbs,
You
Limbs,
understand what you're saying, but
Limbs.
the second question is,
if I'm
And I
in real
wanna-
life,
Limbs.
if I'm in real life, yeah,
Limbs,
I don't need you. Like, I've got so many people that
Limbs.
will actually hit me up, yeah.
Ah,
Let me talk.
come on, man.
I've got
Limbs.
so many females that actually
Sit
hit
down,
me
man.
up, yeah, on my socials and stuff. I like everybody that knows me. I'm not a social guy, innit, but I'm there, innit. Like, I do stuff, but I don't talk much. But at the end of the day, there's so many people that do hit me up, yeah.
What's that got to
and
do
they're
with the
on
thing?
this, like, porn stuff and all, rare. But I'm not even accepting.
But you would
do
accept
understand?
your
Because,
woman.
like,
no, the real question, the second question is, right, listen, Limbs, and this is what I think
I'm-
Bless needs to answer. Now, Bless, even though, say, you did not take a picture, just say you've taken a picture of this lady now, okay?
Yeah.
And Dragon D's has done the same thing. Shaheen said, answer the second question. The second question is, what will you do now you've got so much hatred amongst each other and you want to she's trying to do everything to mess you up and vice versa. Would you use those intimate pictures and video?
No.
never.
No.
Yeah, but we're talking to real men out here. We need to get those weak men out that do that. Because
I wouldn't do
there is
that.
more
I
of them.
tell you, I'd
There
rather
is
just
more
deal
of
with them.
I'll tell you what, Shaheen.
What are you getting out of it, though?
I
What are
would-
you getting out of putting someone else's, like, them? That was intimate, though. That was you two.
Limbs.
That was something that.
Limbs,
said-
limbs,
What
limbs,
you
limbs,
getting
limbs.
out of you putting it out?
100%. But again, we don't have enough men like Bless. We don't have enough men like Limbs. We don't have enough men like Raggedy.
Nah, Limbs is
We-
different, man. He wants the picture of his girl naked, brethren. He don't like. Yeah, he's different.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
That's what you
Bless
just
your-
No,
said.
guys, come on now. Let's give it to Limbs.
Bless, you're an idiot. You're actually
But
trying to-
Limbs said, I would accept it. He said, I won't ask for it, but if she sends it, I will accept it.
If my
This is
missus
what-
send me
Well,
that on a
if I'm
battlefield, listen,
Why
If
yo,
I'm on a battlefield, I'll accept it. Say no more.
Nah,
Every
man.
man would.
listen, nah,
This is
if
what
I-
the
if I-
point
nah,
was, that
listen
this
to
is
me.
what-
Bless, you're a liar,
Limbs,
bro.
let me tell you
Bless,
something.
you're
Limbs,
lying.
Limbs.
You're
No,
lying.
no, listen,
How you
Limbs.
gonna tell
All right.
people not accept
All right,
a picture
listen
of
to
your
this,
woman saying
Limbs.
it to you? while you're on the battlefield
Limbs.
about to die, blood. You don't
Limbs,
even know
Limbs,
if
you're
you're
chatting
gonna die
rubbish. I
tonight
don't
or
want
tomorrow.
Limbs,
You're looking at the picture,
Limbs, Limbs,
and the man saying you won't accept it.
Limbs. Listen to me.
Okay, guys,
Calm down.
do you know this topic is to defend girls here?
Yeah, but hold on,
That's what
Limbs.
I'm trying to say,
Limbs,
bro.
stop.
Like,
Limbs,
what
listen.
I'm saying,
Yo, Limbs,
Okay,
listen
it's
to
not
me.
defend
Listen,
somebody.
Limbs,
That's
Limbs.
lies.
If you're
But I
girl,
want you to understand one thing, guys. That this
Sure.
topic is not to offend
No
guys.
man tell me that they would
Limbs,
not
stop your
accept
eyes, man.
lies.
On a real.
No, limbs, you've got a point, my darling. You're absolutely right.
Nah.
If it's your woman, it's a different thing. And you won't
Yeah.
say to me, you would never ever use that against her. Finish that.
No.
Topic ends. Now we're
She's sending
targeting the
you a
men.
picture and you're about. You don't even
You
know
lot
if you're
are
dying
in a
tomorrow.
different
Yes,
mentality.
fine. But
Get a
we're
picture,
targeting.
And someone's got a rifle in your eye, yeah, in your face, yeah, and you receive a picture, and then you see the picture, and you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna look at the picture. That's my missus." You're
Yeah.
addicted.
No, you're not. No one said.
Okay.
Limbs, if you lose that
listen
picture,
to me,
Limbs.
Limbs. Listen.
If you
You're
lose
lying.
that picture, Limbs. If you
listen.
lose that picture, you
Listen,
know.
Limbs.
If you ever lose that picture, Limbs, yeah. And if your women get older, sometimes when women get older, they barely start.
Bruv.
No,
I don't care.
stop
As long as
talking,
I
man.
saw it,
Stop
that's what I'm
talking.
happy about, 'cause that was my missus.
Yo,
It
stop
wasn't no
talking,
one
brother.
else's.
You know
Listen.
what? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Limbs, man, because he's actually just being real. He's being real.
No, everyone's being real here.
Yeah.
But we're targeting Shaheen, the guys who are taking the mick.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, man.
Now, ladies,
It's my
ladies.
missus, bruv. If anyone else sees the
Limbs,
picture,
man.
I don't care who sees it. I know, as long as I know it was my missus, she sent it to me. I'm happy, bro. I
That's
don't
it,
care
finish.
about anybody
Yo,
else.
I'm trying to listen, Limbs. Right? You have to look at certain things. You see, when women get older, they lose their shape. Sometimes they kind of like
Yeah.
big and
Don't
plumpy.
matter about the
Yeah?
shape, man.
Stop your
The
eyes
woman
and
sent me
listen,
the
man.
picture when I was on the battlefield,
I had done,
bro.
you know. Hey, listen, I done, you know. On a real, if we keep doing this, I done, you
On
know.
the battlefield, and she sent me
On
the
a real.
picture. I
You're
swear
chatting
at that
rubbish,
moment,
brother.
I don't even know if I
You're
was
chatting
gonna die or
rubbish.
not. All I
Let's
did
have
was
some
see the
respect,
picture,
guys, please.
and I said, "Bro, my
Every
girl
time
is
I'm trying to
good.
say
You know
something, you
what?
just keep talking,
Limbs,
brother.
That's-
Limbs, let's just calm it down a little bit, yeah. Let's just have some banter. Listen, this is going a bit too far
Come
now.
on.
No, because
You're
I'm
not-
trying to say
you're
something,
not-
and this brother keeps on interfering every single time. Every single time.
Okay, let me be quiet. But I'm talking so much truth here,
You're
you're
doing
not
it
even
again.
realizing. You're thinking I'm young, yeah, but I'm talking
doing it
that
again,
old
brother.
Grown man thing.
Yeah, Limbs, let's just calm down a little bit, yeah. But fair enough with the banter and all that. And
can't
I'm
work
on your
with this
side,
brother,
you get
man.
me. I'm right there, but I'm not with you, but I'm right on your side, yeah. But you need to like calm it down. You're not in Iraq, yeah. You're in South London or wherever you're Fulham, wherever you are. You get me? So like,
He's in the posh end, man.
This brother just chats
He's in
over
the posh
every
end.
last thing.
let's just not like listen.
What, you don't
I
think because of where I'm living is changing me and that?
No. Saying nothing. Always saying. Let's
So
go.
what? Now that I'm living down here, I should respect certain things about women and men. But listen, when I was living in Tottenham, I had work like my thing was even more. It was even
Hey,
different.
Unity. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
gone.
my dear.
Yeah, I'm gone, yeah? You lot do your thing.
No.
No. Bless. Listen, calm down, Connor. Hey, Limbs, why don't you go grab some water and let's take a little break, man. Let's chill out. Listen, guys, if anybody else wants to get involved on our talk show, this is such a good liberal debate. Please give us a shout. It's your host Shaheen on Unitify. I've got Siren in the building. I've got Unitify, Limbs, and Raggedy. So please give us a call on 079 444 31366. That's 079 444 31366. We are talking about girls on social media and sextortion, which is a deep subject that's happening at the moment. A lot of people are suffering from it. A lot of girls are being blackmailed. A lot of guys are being blackmailed. So today's subject is not about girls defending guys and guys defending girls. Today we're talking about the generation we live in. And
Right. What we need to do, Shaheen, we need to actually stop this topic now and talk about the actual men, about the second topic that was supposed to be today. Why we are your wives and not your slaves.
Fine, let's go back to that. We are your wives, not your slaves.
Because
About
Bless
that.
had,
So
because Bless had
time.
some solid views on this. Because one point I'm going to raise about him, he said last week that women also batter men.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've witnessed that, and they are very verbally, very, very aggressive, and But the point we were trying to make last week is that we're still trying to get to the point. Look, why do girls have to do all the housework and men just sit around doing nothing?
Yeah,
You see?
100%. But the thing is, I've been after that subject that I ran. I had a couple of people run into me, and they messaged me and they said, Shaheen, we have been listening to your radio show. Fair enough, we haven't called. And they've gone, I'm not a chef, I'm not a great cook, but I love going in the kitchen. We had Nico come about a month and a half ago who decided that he likes cooking and decided that he was going to go help his wife. From next minute, he's now the chef of the house. I don't know if you guys remember Nico.
Yep.
So there are some men, like, for example, I'm talking to a person and he turned around and said, look, I'm not the greatest cook, but I love cooking. I want to go and help my wife. So the biggest question is, why don't you? Why don't you, if you enjoy cooking, why don't you go, like, if you know how you want your food, why don't you go in the kitchen and cook? Bless, are you there?
No, he just popped out. It's
Raggedy. So, like, if you know that you enjoy cooking and you want your food a specific way, why don't you go in the kitchen and cook?
Well, with me, I'm not allowed in my kitchen in my house because I'm in my mum's house.
Yeah.
And so when I do go in...
Do you enjoy cooking?
No, I don't really cook too tough for me personally. And so because I'm not allowed in the kitchen, me personally, because of my eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because I'm partially sighted, so that's why.
All right.
I don't have a missus neither, so you see.
You don't have missus?
No, I don't have a missus.
Okay, fair enough. So how do you feel not having a missus doing your thing as a bachelor?
Well, I don't really think about it, so I don't let it get me down. I just enjoy life. That's me anyway.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. Where's Unitify? Where's Syra? Where they gone?
I don't know.
I think Sarah's sleeping still.
Syra's gone.
I'm here, my darling. I'm here.
Right. So say for example,
I'm here. I'm so sorry. I had to quickly just run out, but it's all good. I'm back.
Yeah, no, but we were so I was asking the lads a question. Obviously, Bless is out of the building at the moment. Raggedy answered the question. He said, look, I'm a bachelor. I don't have a wife. I said to the guys, I said, man, like, listen, if you like cooking, why don't you go in the kitchen and cook yourself? Like, why do you expect the wife to cook all the time?
Nah, my Bless is doing his thing.
Yeah,
He's doing his cooking.
Lim wasn't allowed to talk, innit? I'm on a ban right now for like 10, 20 minutes.
Why are you lying for? You know you're cooking in the background.
100%. I'm listening to this while I'm cooking. You don't keep talking. I'm chefing it up.
I
Go on,
see
Sarah.
you disappeared.
Please talk, Sarah, please.
Oh, by the way, I wonder if the ladies listen. Dragon D is single, by the way.
Okay.
I don't, you calling me... No, my name's not Dragon D, you know. Or you call me Dragon D. Nobody else does. Dragon D.
Dragon D.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon D's likes cooking, and he's in the house right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm just stepping out.
Let's be honest here, right? I think it's very difficult. It is a sensitive topic as well. Some men.
Guys, it's Sarah's
cultures, yeah.
It's
like a man
Sarah's
thing.
Sarah's turn, though.
Guys, I think the question was for the men. I mean, I don't know if you want me to answer it in your place or not.
Sarah, I'll try to back you. You're all acting up now. Say nothing. No more.
No.
But I do other
Listen.
things, though. So I do hoover.
No, don't get me wrong, Limbs. I mean,
Some man don't want to hoover or wash up.
you know,
You'll hoover and wash up. That's it.
Some man don't want to do that, you know.
What, you won't do it?
No, some man won't do that, innit? That's why I said I would hoover and wash up, yeah, and all these things.
Yeah.
But some man don't want to do that neither, do they?
Well, I personally think it's so attractive for a man to be in the kitchen with me. I personally think it's such a good, like literally. The
You didn't say attractive.
It's very attractive. It's so hot.
do you know what? I think it's not even about the physical presence of a man being in the kitchen, but the fact that he would try. Let's say he can't even No, say he can't cook. Say he's not that good at it. But still, I think the fact that a man would try for his woman and he would put in the effort and the time to cook up something, let's say, for the both of them, I think that would just be a gesture of compassion and love. And I think it would just strengthen a relationship in itself. You know, we need to lift that stigma around men and being in the kitchen. There's absolutely nothing wrong in it.
But Shaheen, let's be honest here, right? And I think Dragons and Blims and Bless will agree. Brothers I've seen from the Caribbean community and the Nigerian and African part of the community, their mothers teach them to cook and clean and do the housework from a very early age.
Yeah.
And it's not like that in our culture, is it?
It's not like culture at all whatsoever.
And remember, Dragons up at 10 o'clock.
It's the polar opposite. It's the oh yeah, the girls are in the kitchen and the boys are playing on the PlayStation.
I think Dragon wants to say something. Dragon, am I right?
Oh, Dragons up at 10 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Dragons, you were saying.
No, I'm not Dragon. Dragons up at 10 o'clock. You keep calling me Dragon.
No.
Okay, what's your name?
Raggedy. Dragons up at 10 o'clock.
Guys, we're gonna get a caller coming though.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get the live link. Hold on.
Ask away, people. Ask away.
Ask away, girls. Ladies, get involved. I'm just having a glass of water, please. Let's get it pumping. We had a bit of a very intense moment about 20 minutes ago, so let's just like kind of switch up the vibe a little bit.
Listen, man, them should always cook and clean and do everything to look after themselves, because you need to do that without your woman.
There you go. It's a
See, Shaheen, listen, Shaheen.
Yeah.
The beauty is, right, having a debate and still having respect for one another and staying online and carrying on, because that's what the beauty is. We are, using the freedom of speech here. And,
100%.
And I love it. And I love it. There's 5 of us on here and we've got 5 different brains, 5 different people talking different ways and different aspects of it. And visions and, perspective is different. I think that's fantastic. And that's the way it should be. Yes.
So educational. I feel like it's so nice that, for example, I had a perspective, but coming on here, listening to all these 5 people with 5 different brains, like you said, I have learned so much more as to how people envision things. Like,
Yes.
Guys,
I get it, but the thing is, what I don't want anybody to do is tell us what we want to hear. Don't tell me what I want to hear, because everybody wants to hear what's right, but really and truly, what is going on in your brains? What's going on in your minds? What actually happens? Look, I can sit there, like, for example, like a job interview. I can sit there and tell my boss exactly what I want him to hear because I want the job. Right?
Yeah.
Will I get the job done?
That's so true.
Will I get the job done? No. I will not get the job done because I'm still going to have bad habits. I'm still going to do certain things which are not morally intact.
Shaheen, just a quick question. Can we get someone to phone in? They want to phone in. They're trying to get hold of the line and that.
Go for it. I think it has to go through Bless. So Bless or Dragady, please bring this person in. I'd love to have that. Dragady, Bless, anyone in the house?
Yeah, they're all there.
Mm.
Bring them in.
Right, now let's keep talking and then we'll have to wait for Bless.
Yes. So yeah, back to square one. This is why, like, I like to keep it real. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you what. Like, listen, we all know what morally is right. We all know what we should do, but people slip. It happens.
Yeah.
It does happen.
100%.
Let's be real. It freaking happens when you're trying to find, especially like women, like for example us. We've been hurt. We just want to make it work. We just want to make it work. So we will, even if you're the most educated woman in the world, right? Even if you're the most righteous woman in the world, you will do anything to make your family work. And that's the most saddest part. Like, once a woman knows her worth, she would not let that happen. She would not let it slip. She would not let it slip. But there are moments in life. We all have moments. Not let that happen. She would not let it slip.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. So Jumayn's all right.
Hello, I'm calling in.
Hey, Wagwan, Blair, what you saying? Jumayn, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah, hello?
Yeah, what's going on? How are you? How's your day been today?
Hi there. No, it's really hard to hear. Am I on?
You are on. Try to switch the volume off a little bit. Perhaps you might be able to hear us a little bit better.
Sorry, it's so hard to hear right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good evening, everyone. First and foremost,
Good evening.
everybody.
Evening.
Good evening, bro.
Hi, I would like to say, well, as a long-time listener, I was listening to everything you guys were saying. I think I might be able to like chime in a little bit from my side of things. I'm, I guess, a young black British-born Jamaican, but I was raised like in quite a few countries. I've been to quite a few countries over the course of my life, and one of the things that I definitely took into consideration of life, I guess, is that.
Can you explain yourself before you even start, mate?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. And very long story short, like from what I've experienced in life, like as a Caribbean, I was taught by my late auntie, who was a chef. Like just so happens, she was a chef, but she taught me the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So she was like, I'm gonna make you self-sufficient, and that's something that I guess I took for granted that everybody, at least in the UK, would be kind of like on board with. But then when I've come over here and I've started growing up and I've started like my relationships and things like this, as I've realized, yeah, it is very, very good to be self-sufficient. But in this day and age, not everybody is self-sufficient. And a lot of people seem, to me, in my own personal opinion, to be asking for things that they are not ready to be giving out or they can't give out. And a good example for that is, for me, cleanliness and I guess like taking care of a home. From what I'm understanding, in the 21st century, it's not so common that things like, I don't know, ironing clothes and washing by hand and like cooking and preparing, marinating food, things like this, taking time with food, because everything comes in packages now. Even relationships seem to come in packages now when it come online, you know what I mean? So how we're interacting with the world around us and how we're interacting with each other, they've changed so dramatically that, and each generation to their own, but like they've changed so dramatically that now it seems all the wires are crossed. So as a self-sufficient, no, I can't say self-educated, but like I had to educate. We have to take our own education into our own hands at some point in our lives, to saying that. So as someone who has taken my education as far as I can, or I'm trying to push myself, as someone who's self-sufficient, as someone who knows how to take care of themselves, the thing that's most important to me, what I've been seeing is, or I've been trying to pay attention to when looking for a partner, is someone who not only wants to build with me, but someone who also takes into value the things like of a home. So for example, passing on values like being able to fix things instead of throw them away, and being able to, I don't know, cook a meal with the things that you've got, but turn it into something good, you know? And these kind of things there. Like, as personally, as my age, trying to find a partner, for me, where my morals lay, I think are quite traditional. That's what I should say. They're quite traditional. So with this new 21st century vibe and whatnot, with everyone on, I don't know, Instagram, everyone getting likes and all of these kind of things, that they seem to be missing a lot of these morals that I don't know, they should be things to build up a person, but it's just...
Sorry to cut you. Do you think people are living for the society rather than living for happiness?
I'm so sorry. I'm so difficult to hear. Could you please repeat yourself?
I said, do you think people are living for likes and society rather than living for happiness in themselves?
I honestly do, because, for example, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but in today's day and age, because everything is coming so quick and so fast, the value of hard work isn't really there anymore. So, for a good example is there's plenty of
I think you hit the nail on the mark, mate.
There's some crazy.
I think Jumayn had some valid, solid points, and I totally agree. And I think there is you know, everyone comes in with their own mindset. They give their own input into things, and I think the way Jumayn has just explained himself, I mean, I've got a lot of respect for this guy, and I think he's totally right. Social media personally has taken over a lot of things, and I think one thing that we have lost as human beings in the process is, you know, having fundamental basic skills.
Absolutely.
You know, and the morality seems to be quite far these days. It's quite far-fetched.
Definitely. I couldn't agree
many
more.
people.
Absolutely. And you know what? I have so much respect. It's unfortunate. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's your upbringing as well, Jumayn. I don't know, from what you said, it seems as though you may have not had the easiest upbringing, and you've had, you know, your family have taught you how to tackle tough situations.
You know what? It's exactly that.
Am I correct?
Sorry, please continue. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Am I correct in what I said, that you sound like you haven't had it very easy? You've had to learn how to survive through the toughest of situations.
But if I may interject, I believe that no one in no one in life actually would have it easy. If you took even someone who was given a silver spoon in life, I'm sure that their morals and values would be in line with ours, and obviously their life experience is very different. It's the other side of the fence, but they'll still feel pain, fear, sorrow, rejection, the same as us. So in that sense, these are things that I think that should be taught innately. For example, if I'm in today's day and age, like I just came out of a long-term relationship actually, and reason being was because mostly the morals that I was trying to instill in my life weren't being reciprocated. They weren't being given back, basically. And as far as I'm concerned, thank you. Thank you. Right now, I'm a bit tongue-tied. Please forgive me. But basically, for me, I'm looking at it like this: as every year we're getting older. So if I'm going to bring a child into the world, I want this child to have certain morals, values, and key life skills as a prerequisite to be able to go into the world and to be able to be what I believe is a full human being. Now, obviously, this is just my side of the fence. Everyone has their own version of perfection or their own version of what is right or wrong for them. But you have to be able to be a self-sustaining person, because I think society right now is teaching us you need somebody else to make you complete, whereas you should be able to complete yourself. And as a complete person, you should be able to take yourself to another person and show them the completed side, and you grow together into a new form, into a third being, you know, as a togetherness. I'm not trying to say, though, that each side should be the key provider for the other person. You're not there to raise somebody else. Like, you're not there to take on another child, you know, but you need to take on a partner, someone who values you and someone who respects what you're trying to do, and you respect what they're trying to do.
Can I ask you a question, my dear?
Sure.
Right. Obviously, the topic is that, you know, women are not your slaves and we are your wives. There's a respect there, and there's this decency when you're with a partner. Now, you just said you just come out of a relationship, and a very long-term relationship, and I'm hoping you're going to be honest here. Now, in a relationship, this is what we're trying to find out, that men, and I stick up for you brothers a lot, especially from the Caribbean side, because I've seen young brothers being taught to cook, and their mothers have sent them back home, and daughters back home to be trained and to be disciplined. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're with your partner, did you cook and clean? Did you participate like a partner with her? Of like course. You're talking now, you think, I truly believe in, you know, having a partner and building a relationship together. Did you actually participate with the sister in that way? And did you help her around the house that way? And be honest, did you have friends who were like you? Or are you saying that I am a one-off?
Right. Very good question. Thank you for asking it. First of all, yes, I did. I always participated in everything. In fact, I would be the key driving force for certain things, because of my upbringing globally, there are certain things for me, for example, that they're normal skills to me that I have taught to my partner. For example, how to cook certain foods, how to prepare certain food, even introducing them to certain foods. And I would make it a thing where
meals and stuff.
We would either take turns to cook for each other, or we would cook together as like for something fun. You know, try out a new flavor. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Sorry? Would you cook with your missus? Of course.
I love that. Love that.
Specifically, I prefer to cook for a person, because you put energy into food.
079 me.
I think we need to give Jumayn credit here. I mean, the way...
Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'd also like to say, my friends are all the same as me, male and female.
Hey, Jumayn.
Okay.
Jumayn.
Yes, sir.
Right, question. Would you ask your girl allow your girl to send you a picture of her naked?
Well, to be honest, that's between me and her. So
Love.
I don't.
No. Answer the question, Jumayn.
Would you allow her to send it to you? If you're not,
Would I allow her?
Yeah. Sponsor. Yeah. Would you ask her to send you a picture of her naked?
I wouldn't really request it, to be honest, because that's my woman, you know.
So why wouldn't you? Why? What's wrong with that?
Well, to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with it. But for me personally, in my relationship, I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm coming home to. Like, don't get twisted. She might send me like little cheeky pictures every now and again, but like, it's kind of behind closed doors. I'm not really an internet person,
What's
you know.
cheeky? In night gear?
No, probably, I don't know. Let's say she's gonna come and see me in the evening. She's dressed up in something nice. Then she'll probably send me that, you know. Maybe between us might be a lingerie picture, something like that.
Yeah, but we're talking about naked. We're talking about topless.
Well, I wouldn't mind, but it's a means to an end, isn't it?
So you wouldn't have no fear of anybody getting hold of that picture?
Well, no, because I don't expose my phone like that, I guess.
But you could lose your phone.
That is very true, but
But the thing for password.
Shout out to the person who could break into my phone.
He's being real. Again, this is where I'm trying. Like I said, before I jumped onto this topic, I did my research. I didn't just go in it to be like, oh yeah, no, this doesn't happen, because it does. Like Jumayn said, you know, he's being honest. He would want this between him and his wife. We're in a generation where these things happen. Am I correct, Jumayn?
You are correct, yes.
That's fine. But now, Jumayn, now you've decided to split up with your girlfriend, and now there's really bad vibes going on with both of you, and you've got very intimate pictures of her. Would you use that against her?
No. In a relationship, this is something that's very important to me, that I believe. When you share a certain type of energy with somebody, regardless of, and this is just me again, like, so for example, let's hypothetically say right now, I don't know what she's thinking, right?
Hello?
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, just bear with him. He's there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever go out of my way to spite someone who I did or had love for, because one, the love could rekindle, and then I'll be in a very compromising and very embarrassing position. Two, I wouldn't do anything to anyone that I wouldn't expect from me. At the end of the day, what goes around comes around. They say turn the other cheek and all that, and if you've got to be willing to do that, then you're going to be willing to take what you get. And at the end of the day, three, I guess, the world is turning into a very fickle place. Things like that, like at the end of the day, shouldn't make or break a person. So if I know the relationship's done, as far as I'm concerned, I'll make sure those kind of pictures are deleted ASAP. Just simply for the fact, like you said, my phone could be lost, or we could get into, like, I don't know, someone could break into it, or anything could happen. And like I said, I don't want to be in a compromising position where I embarrass them.
In all fairness, Jumayn, you might get into a new relationship, and you wouldn't want your new missus to see that, right?
That's a whole nother. You know what? You took the words out of my mouth.
Exactly. Look, let's just be fair that your new missus, you would not want her to see that. So that's morally the right thing to do. So the reason why I brought this subject up, Jumayn, and perhaps you're more coherent into understanding where I'm coming from. We have got guys that emotionally blackmail girls to send those pictures so then they can exploit them and put those girls out there. And it doesn't just happen to girls, it happens to guys, because I've had a few blokes message me about it as well. Do you think that's fair?
Of course not. At the end of the day, we're all beings made of energy, and how we share our energy on this planet is very, very important. For those people who are going out of their way to do malice, bad things, and hurt people on purpose, I guarantee you, it's not so much that what goes around comes around, but if it's just like, how would I describe this? Imagine you have a baby. If you keep feeding the baby junk and bad things, it's going to get unhealthy, isn't it? And it's going to be very hard to make it healthy again. If you keep feeding it healthy foods, the opposite. So the more you keep feeding your soul unhealthy things, the more unhealthy you're going to be inside. The more you're not going to be able to attract the right partner. You're not going to be able to attract the right things in your own life, for example. When they can start to recognize that, then things will start to change. But unfortunately, I believe again, we're in an age of, I don't know, everyone's trying to get one up on each other for some reason without actually checking who they are.
It's a competition.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think these people are forgetting this. All these, let's say these males, who are taking these photos and and using it against women. You're someone's son, you know. You got sisters as well, you know.
100%.
See what I'm saying?
That's gold right there.
You see what I'm saying?
You hit the nail on the mark. Can we please give this king a round of applause, please, everybody? I beg you, please just give him a round.
All
of
right. Jay, let me
Remember,
ask you
I'm
a
a subject to
question,
my
Jay.
environment,
Let
so
me
a round
ask
of
you a
applause for
question,
yourself.
Jay. Are you hearing me, yeah?
Mhm.
Right, so if you're in like I was asked a question, innit? So if you're in the like army field or something and you're out and like you get me, you're doing what you're doing. Now these times fighting for your country and that, and a woman sends you a photo and whatnot, are you gonna accept it or not?
What's my relationship to this woman?
Your wife, innit?
It's my wife. Of course I'll accept it. It's my wife.
Alright then.
No,
Like I said, whatever happens between me and my wife is between me and my wife.
Yeah, and this is where like I said, you know, Limbs was spot on when he said it, so I respect Limbs for that. And Jumayn, you said the right thing as well, because my question wasn't about, oh no, I don't want my missus to send me certain things, because it's gonna happen. Like I said, I'm not discriminating anybody's old generation. Right. I'm saying we live in a generation where these things happen.
Yeah, and it's more of a
I've got young people. Okay, let's say I've got generation from your side, okay? Because I know you keep saying the generation bit. Now I've got youngsters like yourself, 30s and mid-30s, right? They have actually said, no, I will not take a picture. I don't want to send me naked pictures. I will wait. I'll be honest with you.
I don't agree with that. I think people are just telling you what they want to hear, what you want to hear.
No. I know these people personally. I would not say this just because I've heard it from my next door neighbor. I'm talking about generation from your generation who literally men say no. They say no. Why? No, I don't want it. I'm coming home, darling.
But Jumayn, if you was on the army field and you're fighting for England, yeah, and you're wherever you are, yeah, and at the end of the day,
you should be focused, right, making sure you don't get killed.
No, I'm just saying.
That was funny.
But you get what I'm saying? Are you gonna accept the picture when you're like out, yeah, you're fighting, you know, like you can get killed at any moment in time? Are you gonna accept the picture of your woman just what she's sending you?
I think the best way I can answer both questions at the same time.
Are you gonna accept it or not?
Yo, man, you asked the question 3 times, you know.
I think the best way I can answer both questions at the same time is this. And again, I'm only speaking from my own life, my own personal experience. Yeah. I do hang with people who think like me. Obviously, birds of a feather flock together. But again, I'm not speaking for them. I'm speaking for me. Whatever happens between me and another person is between me and that person. Obviously, things change and things evolve, etc. But whatever's happening between me and them is between me and them. I try and keep it like that. I'm not a person who puts it up on Instagram or like for the rest of the world simply because I'm not sharing them with the rest of the world, and I'm not expecting them to share me.
The relationship now, boyfriend, girlfriend. Let's just talk about a casual relationship with a girl now, okay? Casual. You're not committed, but you are together. Now, to be honest here, I sit with my male friends and I've seen what the capability they have and the capacity of evilness if they want to do something. Guys do take pictures and take them, and they also show it to their mates.
Oh, that's valid.
If I'm right or wrong. That is valid. Just because you're not in a relationship with her.
Now that's a different subject.
That is a whole different organ.
Guys are showing off. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Look what
it's more the principle is still there, Shaheen. The principle is still there. So what I'm trying to ask Jumayn, you've got guys who are casually dating girls. She's maybe not your serious girlfriend, but she's still a woman.
Yeah.
You know what? Then maybe I'm thinking a bit outside the box. You tell me if I'm wrong. But let's say a guy's messaged a girl and he's been like, hey, they've already established that, I don't know, they're going to hook up at some point, whether that's a date or whatever it means, right?
Yeah, you got cut off, Jumayn. You have to repeat the question. You got cut off, darling.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was going to say, let's just, I said I'm thinking a bit outside the box here. You tell me if I'm wrong. But let's say hypothetically, a guy's messaged the girl and said, oh yeah, like, can you send me a photo? And previously they've already established that they're gonna hook up at some point, or they might be in like a very open relationship or whatever it is. Now, if they, I don't know, if they trust each other, etc., then I don't see where there'd be no problem sending anything. But at the end of the day, I guess everyone has their own set of morals. So if anyone, male or female, was to say, no, I'm not comfortable sending this or whatever in their life, and the other person was to respond negatively, then I would instantly, as that person's friend, say, you need to get them out of your life, because obviously they don't respect your values. And that's important. That should be the most important thing, not just getting with somebody or how they look or what they can just provide for you. At the end of the day, like, I don't know, life is a journey, and you should be growing. You shouldn't be bringing yourself back down. So if you're seeing the same patterns, or if you're kind of like clocking onto it, there's a certain type of guy or a certain type of female, maybe, okay, here's a saying. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So with that in mind, maybe whoever this is happening to, they just need to change who they're hanging with.
Or just change the mannerisms.
Yeah, like, because at the end of the day, I guess anyone can attract whatever they put their mind to, but what are you really putting your mind to? Because, like, I don't know. I've had certain things with females like that. They've asked me for certain things and blah blah blah, and I've not been happy to send or whatever, and they've reacted negatively, and I've been like, okay, well then that's that, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And
No, that's it. I think
sorry.
personally, it's all about your self-respect. The way you
Yes.
respect yourself is how somebody else is going to come in and treat you. If you treat yourself with disrespect, do not expect somebody else to come in and giving you, that level of respect.
I'm so glad you
and
understood me and shorted it down to one sentence. That was amazing.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, I said I was so glad that you understood me and that you even managed to narrow it down into one
He
sentence
said
where I
that
was in a full
he's
paragraph.
so glad that you said that. I believe that's what were his last words. Jumayn, are you still there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Carry on speaking.
Mhm.
Carry on speaking.
The reception's bad, bro.
Yeah,
No, but
hello,
he's
can you hear me?
speaking like he's
Testing,
been
testing.
hitting the nail on
Yes,
everything
has
that he's
been on point.
He's so on point. It's unbelievable. Like, this is a breath of fresh air, because not only is he
100%.
genuinely honest, he's not just honest, he is being real. And I wish that a lot of man them take a lot of what this guy is saying, because he's speaking like a true king. And we don't have enough guys who are not just honest but being real, as well as trying to protect the women as well at the same time. If we had more,
We need
guys
to clone. We need to
well,
clone him, Shaheen.
I think you know what, guys. The point Jermaine
Can you hear
raised,
me again?
It just makes you think, because I think when we talk about self-respect, it's usually mainly focused on women. Self-respect is real for men and women.
well,
Yes,
Cyrus, stop. Not only that, but don't forget, like I said, I'm gonna be a devil's advocate here, because like I said, I've had so many women reach out to me, and women do have weak emotional moments, and sometimes they do need a stronger alpha male who also has respect to guide them to have self-respect.
100%.
You understand? We are around men right now who do not respect us, and that's why we disrespect.
Yes.
Yeah? So we're talking to men like Jumayn, who are very headstrong, and they're like, no, women, like, he's teaching us in the most politest way. He's teaching us that this is what women should be like. And this is
I'm
what
going to actually make a suggestion here, if that's okay.
Hi there.
Go.
Hello?
That's Jermaine back.
Okay.
Hello?
Right. What I'm going to
It's
say
Jumayn,
is,
can you hear me?
Shaheen,
Hi guys,
Shaheen.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Right,
Sorry
I
about
want you
that, I
to
got disconnected, but I was listening.
Actually invite Jumayn as one of your guests and talk to him about his personal journey. Because I think it would be very nice to hear this
In
gentleman's
Limz's defense, he actually did ask me earlier on
with you.
today, and
Absolutely
it's
with
just
you, because
unfortunate because I was
now we're
working.
getting a perspective from somebody who's clearly been through stuff, who
Yeah.
clearly is very honest about it. He's open
Yeah.
and honest. He's a realist. He's not going to tell us what we want to hear. He's telling you, like, this happens. It does happen, and
So what are you lot talking like I ain't been talking the
Wait.
truth, no?
No, we're not saying that. We're talking about individual people here. Now, Jermaine, would you accept the invitation?
Sorry?
Would you accept the invitation if Shine calls you on as a guest, please?
Oh yeah, sure. You know what? In
Brilliant.
Limz's defense, he did actually ask me today. It's just because I'm away from London. I'm filming at the moment. I'm going to be back soon, so then we're going to arrange something then.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Jermaine,
Thank you for that.
just let them know who you are as well, man. Come on.
No, don't think right now. We'll do it on the Strip Talk Show.
Okay.
Absolutely. I just feel like it's very nice to get somebody who's really realistic. Like I said, I'm all about realistic. Don't tell me what I want to hear. I don't want my guests to hear what I want to hear. I want you to tell me this has happened, it is what it is, and this is who I am today. You learn
Well, you
from
know
your
This is what Bless Radio and Unitify is about.
Exactly. Tell us what the real, like, do not tell us, oh, morally we should, it's no. Morally we all mess up, man. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's what life is all about. But it's about who you are today and how you've come out strong.
There's a
Jermaine, they're
stagnation
telling
as
me,
far as
they're
I'm
telling me that I'm
concerned.
telling lies though.
No one said nothing.
Joking, I'm playing with you, man. Relax.
To me, there's a stagnation
you know what? This
in
is
society
these
at the
guys
moment
are so real.
where... Oh, I'm so sorry. I think there's a bit of a delay. Yeah, there's a stagnation as far as I'm concerned in society at the moment where we might be taught to grow in certain ways. So, for example, self-confidence and physical outward beauty, things like this. But we're not really being told to focus inwardly and focus on the problems that we each individually have. Because at the end of the day, until I could accept where I was going wrong, who am I to tell anyone about themselves?
Yeah, exactly.
People too fast to be cussing out other people, but have you checked yourself? You know what I mean?
Live their life. 100%, Jumayn. That's the reason why I'd really appreciate for you to come as a guest as soon as you can one day and just tell us about your journey, what you've been through. It'll be nice to get a male's perspective who's not judgmental.
It would be my pleasure.
It's not just judgmental. I think that the reason why we would like Jumayn to come on, because very few men come out and speak the truth. And a lot of men I've spoken to, they don't want to come on. No, it's not a man thing. What do you mean it's not a man thing? If guys are not going to come forward and tell us what they're thinking and how men should treat women and vice versa, women should treat men, please don't get me wrong, women can be as bad. We agree to that, all three of us girls. Women also play a big role in manipulating men as well. But it's nice to have a man come forward and speak for the men and say there are good men out there and this is how we should behave and treat the opposite sex.
Exactly, and be as honest as Unitify said quite rightly. Be as honest as you can.
Do you know why I think I personally feel comfortable by being so open? Is because I would say 70% of my friends are actually female, and we do sit around and we talk all the time, and we're openly honest with each other on both sides, and they tell me where I've gone wrong and vice versa.
No.
That's it.
But how do you even feel having a female, like a lot of female? Watch it. I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you feel, having female friends, a lot of female friends, but then you got a wife? Oh, it's not a wife. Sorry, not to say. Obviously, when you had your partner, you got a partner, but you got a lot of female friends, innit? So how do you? How does that even run? How do you feel? Does that
in my life,
colliding,
personally, that's not a problem.
Colliding like
that's not a problem. I integrate all of my things together. My friends and my woman, who's my family, I always bring my friends and family together. So she wouldn't not know any of my friends. She wouldn't not know any of my family, etc., etc. For example, she could even go to them and ask them certain questions that I would be happy for them to have their own conversations. That's fine, because at the end of the day, my friends are an extension of who I am. They do represent me, whether I like it or not. And I'm very proud of my friends. Therefore, I show my friends off. I'm very proud
You're
of my
the type
friends,
of young
especially
man.
So you're cool to have like
my daughter goes and marries.
Sorry, Limbs. 1 second.
Not even that.
So
No, Limbs. Stop. Sorry.
Limbs, 1 second. I'm talking to Jumayn. You're the type of guy that needs to be a role model for a lot of the man them out there. That's all I can say. Like, for once in my life, I could not argue with any guy because you hit the nail on the mark. And I love the fact that you have conversation because you understand what's going on.
I mean, no, you're the type of person that, like I said, mothers will take their daughters and say, please marry this man, he's got a good character.
So, Jumayn, what do you think, in terms of, like, you having a female friend, and would you let your female friend meet your, like, your girlfriend or your partner at the time and
That's what I'm
whatnot.
saying. I encourage it because these people are an extension of me. For example, let's just say hypothetically, yeah, I've been single for a year, but I've had my friends for my whole life. When I do find my partner, it's not so much that I would expect my partner to like my friends. Everyone has their own tastes and their own individuality. That's fine. But at the end of the day, these are my friends. These are the people that help me evolve as a person, coming from a young man into a man. So they've maybe seen like me go through heartache and heartbreak and things like this. They've seen me make mistakes even, and they've reprimanded me for it, you know. And together we've grown. So when I introduce my friends and I say, hey, listen, this is my co-D, this is so and so female, but I've known her for
That's my guy.
I don't know,
That's my dog.
the majority of my adult life. This is a person who I am very happy to represent me. Like, I'll put my friends in court for me. I'll keep my mouth shut. That's how much I trust them. Because that's how much we share.
Hmm.
And that's a female, not even just a male.
Right, Shaheen, I'm going to let you take over because at the end of the day, you've got a few minutes left. I want you to talk to Jumayn and then you take it over, darling.
Absolutely. No, Jumayn, I can say that you are definitely like a light in the darkest corners that us females have been waiting for. Believe you me, I usually argue with Mandem, yeah? And I'm not arguing with you because I feel like you hit the nail on the mark. We need
You know what?
kings.
There should never be no arguments in life, just conversation.
Oh my God! Listen, where do you live? Are you from South London?
No, I'm a Northway. I'm a
No,
Northway.
you know.
I'm just
No, it's you know what? It's amazing to see a fresh view, a fresh breath of air. You know, giving us ladies hope to, you know, and making us look in the right direction because we've been looking for these answers.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
not only the thing is about Jumayn, which is a breath of fresh air. He wasn't trying to impress nobody. He was just being himself and giving a very good and a fresh perspective in life.
Listen, I probably embarrass myself, but I'm not bothered if someone gets to learn something from it, you know?
Exactly, and that's you're a gem because you're not just saying it for the sake of saying it. You're not saying it for what we want to hear. You're saying it because this is what's happening right now, and you gave a very a good perspective of real life. And I think more Mandem needs to stand up like you and represent and kind of be a role model for the guys who are a younger generation who have seen nothing but wrong happen to the women. And
100.
you've seen right happen for women, and you're trying to establish that. And I think
Can I,
that you need a
throw
voice.
in one
and
more
hence
final
why I
point,
would
please, as
appreciate-
well?
Sorry, Jumayn. Say that again.
Do you mind if I throw in one more final point?
Hello.
Like, there's I don't know, as a male, personally, I can't really say there's a lack of role models, but there's a definite kind of like, a bit of friction there. There's a bit of a rift, I should say, because obviously some people's experiences, they imprint their experiences onto another generation and say, hey, you should do it like this, you should do it like that. Whereas, I don't know, like, right or wrong is obviously a matter of perspective, but we're all human at the end of the day, aren't we? We all feel the same.
100%. You should
So,
learn from their own mistakes.
right. And learn from the mistakes of other people. That's what I try to do. I would look at my elders, see something, and I don't know. At the time, I wouldn't really be brazen enough to say you made a mistake. But I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna learn from that.
Guys, at the end of the day, it all comes down to, you know, treat the people around you the way you want to be treated. I think that's a golden rule in life. The minute you start implementing that, the minute you start acting it out, you know, you treat somebody with love and respect, and you will reciprocate it right back to you. It's going to mirror right back to you. And I think that's one golden rule to live by.
No, 100%.
Shaheen, where are you?
I'm literally right here. I'm listening. I'm taking on board and everything what's going on at the moment. I just wanted to say, look, time's run out for us. I definitely want to get Jumayn back on. Hopefully, Jumayn, if you're available next week, please make some time because I think
Jumayn,
Absolutely.
Jumayn, is it okay?
Hi there.
Sorry, Jumayn, is it okay if you put your... Well, you're on live now, but if you can actually go on to... Give Bless your number or Limbs. I'll get it off Limbs.
Can
so
I
we
say
contact
something?
you.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I got the number.
No.
I got the number.
Man,
first couple of seconds. I'll let you speak, Limbs, in a couple of seconds. Let's
Oh, no, it's cool. I just want to make sure Jumayn's still online when I say it.
I'm here.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, cool. Like Jay, like just obviously, now come on, like big up to Jumayn Hunter, come on, like straight special guest, Shaheen show. You lot got me on, like I'm out here, but at the same time, like Jay, just give them a proper shout out of who you are and what you've done and everything. So like let them know where they found you, man. Where they can get you, man, and everything, bro. Cause like you're Jumayn, bro.
Okay,
Like,
Doki's Lim's childhood friend, but also an actor. I can honestly say, thanks to the grace of God and my own hard work and the support of the people around me, I seem to have become quite successful recently, which I can't complain about. I've just finished working with Steve McQueen. Who else? Mark Wahlberg. Just to name a few. I have quite a few. What do I have going on this year? I have a couple of movies coming out this year. One airing primarily in China that I did via Zoom and whatnot. That's going to be a movie kind of like a thriller. What else? I have that Mark Wahlberg movie I was talking about. That's an action film that should be in cinemas. Hold on to your seats because we don't know what's going on with the cinemas, but that's a whole other story. And I have you'll see me in a couple of series that's coming out soon for BBC, ITV, Channel 4, etc., Sky. You can probably find some of my stuff on Netflix at the moment. But but that aside, honestly, I'm just a guy from North London, just living my life like anybody else.
No, Jumayn, that is so inspiring and amazing. What I want you to do is next week, keep your schedule free on a Thursday. I want it to be the big Jumayn show where you step in, you talk about your story, your journey, and who you are and what you represent, because I think you're an amazing role model for a lot of the guys out there that need to learn so much from you, just like the way they have learned from Limbs, just like the way they've learned from Bless. And you're a breath of fresh air. So obviously time's up at the moment, guys. I do apologize. We have to call it a night. But again, please, everybody, give it a round of applause.
Yo, you got another 10 minutes, you know.
Namaste.
Huh? You got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes.
You got another 10 minutes.
Got 10 minutes.
Thank you for having me. I'll leave you guys to it. Peace and love to you all.
Jumayn, are you available next week?
Probably not next week. I'm currently down to film next week. Maybe the week after might be a lot better.
Perfect.
Okay, what we'll do,
but we can organise.
Like I said, okay, what we'll do is Limbs.
Yeah.
You text me his number on my WhatsApp, and we'll go from there with Jumayn. But in the meantime, like Shaheen said, she wants to thank Jumayn. Limbs, thank you for coming on, and especially Bless for giving his input and giving us a platform to talk on Bless Radio with Unify Girls and my team. I really want to give a big shout out to Bless, because if it wasn't for Bless, Shaheen, as we know, we wouldn't have a platform to talk on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, Bless is another gentleman that I definitely look up to. Not only has he given us a platform, he's given us support, he's given us backup. Bless is the sort of guy that, you know, if I'm going through some tough stuff, I just give him a shout and he's always there, he will respond. And I think for somebody who's so openly out there in the public eye, he is also somebody who you can just love and respect and talk to. And I don't think he gets enough credit for it. So Bless,
yes,
big shout out for you, man. Big shout out, enough respect.
Yo.
Now time for the man down, Bless.
Nah, we just give thanks to the Most High. What I would say on that, is like we're all on this earth.
Bless, don't get me.
Yo, bro. What I'm saying to that is that we're all on this earth for a purpose, you know. And
I also would like to say a special thank you to Limbs, because if it wasn't for Limbs, I wouldn't have met Unify and I wouldn't have not met Bless. So massive shout out to Limbs, big man, funny guy out there, you know, doing his thing, you know.
You know my thing. Come on, don't play with me. Hey, Bless, listen, Bless, we're back on Sunday, innit? Back on Sunday.
You said that last year, brother.
What do you mean? Hey, what did you say?
You said that last year.
Last year? No, you're playing with me.
No, I'm serious,
you
man.
see Bless, people. Hey, people, you see Bless, he likes to play with me, innit?
No, man. Hey, Bridget. Hey, listen, yo, you need to
get...
listen, yo, hey, Bridget.
Right?
I don't
We
play
have
with man, you
respect for him,
know.
because
So
at the end
loud
of the
and
day,
talk there.
we are the roots from coming out of the Blessed
he's
Radio.
the granddaddy. Listen, Bless is the granddaddy, so I have to respect the thing in it. So obviously, 6 to 8,
I wanna
you
tell you
get me.
something about
Sundays, that's
Granddaddy
gonna be
thing.
Lim's spot now. Thursday's taken, Shahini's taking it.
100%, man.
All right, listen.
Hold on, like you get what I'm saying.
No, but that's the
But
thing.
no, we're at it, people. It's a family unit. It's a unit. You get me? So
Absolutely.
people, them.
Limbs,
You
can I
get
be
me?
honest? Limbs, it's not a unit when you keep talking, bruv.
Thank you. Well said.
Oh, snap!
Yeah. And the crew's clapping in the studio. Hey, we need to plug him out, Bridget. Plug him out.
What do you mean? Hey, Bless, don't play with me. When I come to the studio, Bless, don't play
That's
with me
not
when I
till
come
next
to
year,
the
brother. You're on a
studio.
long thing. You're some long thing. You've been saying that from last year, and you're still in your yard. Yeah,
You
man.
I hear that.
make sure you're there for Sunday, Blims. Make sure you're there.
Nah, I'm there Sundays. Come on, 6 till 8, man. Peoples, they lock in, man. 100%. Lim's show. I got special guests coming on this year. You know.
This year,
week.
you see, he doesn't even know.
It's a lot. I would say certain words, yeah, but I can't say it on radio. But guys,
No, don't say it.
Now that,
I can't.
make him talk, man.
you
Make him
lock in
talk.
on Sunday, 6 till 8. Bless might be there. Bless might be there if I allow him on the show.
Limbs, this
you
is
get
not
me?
your show, my friend. This is Shaheen's show, right?
No, this
When
is
I let you on my show,
yeah, but this
when
is
I
not
let
your
you
show,
know-
Limbs. How do I mute this guy?
You should have muted him a long
Mute
time
me,
ago.
mute me,
This brother is not on this planet.
Participating. I'm sorry, I'm talking over people. It's a bit rude, but that's the only way I'm gonna get heard. I don't know what happened towards the end of the show, but it was great as always, guys. Please tune in for next week's show. Minus Limbs. I'm only joking.
Nah, literally, I'm not gonna be on next week. So minus Limbs, isn't it?
Be touchy for. Come on.
That's an air thing. They just draw me out. They drop me out. I'm done. I'm out.
It's all love, man. It's all love. I just wanted to say a special thank you to Bless Radio for allowing us to give us the to have a voice alongside Unitify, the Queen, alongside Bless Radio, my favorite Syra. I love having her on board.
Thank you for having me, people.
Thank you for all the opinions.
On my day, nah, let Sarah say something before she come off, man.
Right, before we go, I'd just like to make a comment that I just want everyone, all the viewers out there to listen out that we have a Unified platform on Bless Radios on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, my talk show with Bless. Wednesdays, we have an informative one, which is done by a lady called Purvi, and she does the Unify. Then we have a Thursday one, which Shaheen does the co-hosting for. So please do tune in and stay tuned on Bless Radio. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Unitify, and for the rest of the week with other channels, with other guests that co-host that actually represent Bless Radio. And thank you so much, Jumayn. I think you're still there, darling. I really cannot wait to hear you next week or the week after. I'll take your number off Bless Limbs, and I'll be in contact with you very soon.
All right.
Come on.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely, blessed day.
You too, my darling.
All
Thank
right.
you for calling.
Take care.
All right, later.